I used to think that to manage a child's big emotions, I needed to be stricter. More structure, clearer boundaries, firmer reminders. This was my approach with a young child who found transitions really hard. Being told no felt like the end of the world. Every small deviation from their expectations led to a huge emotional reaction. So I doubled down on the rules. I made schedules. I gave firm reminders. But instead of things getting better, the tension just kept rising. The meltdowns didn't stop. In fact, they seemed to get more intense. It felt like a constant battle, and honestly, I was exhausted and starting to feel like a failure. It was as if every interaction was a power struggle, and nobody was winning. I was so focused on controlling the situation, on enforcing the rules, that I was missing the most important part of the equation: the connection with the child. One day after a particularly tough morning, I just hit a wall. I was tired of the constant fighting. I sat down on the floor, took a deep breath, and decided to try something completely different. Instead of immediately enforcing a rule or redirecting the behavior, I just stayed calm. When the child started to get upset because it was time to put away the toys and get ready to leave, my usual response would have been a firm, "We've talked about this. It's time to go now. Put the toys in the box." But this time, I didn't. I just sat there quietly, breathing slowly. I didn't change the rule. We still had to leave. I didn't lower my expectations. The toys still had to be put away. But I changed my own energy. I changed my own response. And what happened next completely shifted my perspective. The child, expecting a fight, looked at me, probably a little confused by my silence. The initial burst of frustration started to fizzle out. Instead of escalating, the energy in the room softened. I said very gently, "I know it's hard to stop playing. It's so much fun." I wasn't giving in. I was just acknowledging the feeling. I was validating their experience. There was a pause. Then the child picked up a toy and, without a word, put it in the box. It was a small moment, but for me, it was monumental. I realized that my own stress, my own tension, my own need to control the outcome was actually fueling the fire. My calm was contagious. It created a space of safety where the child didn't need to fight to be heard. This became my new strategy. I call it calm co-regulation. Before I react, I regulate myself. I take a breath. I lower my voice. I get down on their level. I connect before I correct. It doesn't mean there are no limits or boundaries. Those are still incredibly important for a child's sense of security. But the way I hold those boundaries has completely changed. Instead of being a rigid wall they crash against, the boundary is now a supportive hand guiding them. "It's time for bed" is no longer a command barked from across the room. It's a quiet, "I see you're still playing, and in 5 minutes we're going to start our bedtime routine. What's the last thing your superhero wants to do?" This shift didn't just change our interactions, it changed our entire relationship. The power struggles have dramatically decreased. The child feels more understood, and because of that, is far more cooperative. They know the limits are there, but they also know they won't be met with anger or frustration. They'll be met with a calm, steady presence that can help them navigate their big feelings. I learned that I can't control their emotions for them, but I can control my own. And by staying calm, I can offer them an anchor in their emotional storm. It's not about being a permissive parent. It's about being a peaceful one. It's about modeling the very emotional regulation we want them to learn. So, what does this look like in practice? Let's say your child throws a toy because they're angry. The old me would have said, "We do not throw toys. Go to your room." The new me takes a deep breath first. I make sure I am calm. Then I might say, "You seem really angry." It's not okay to throw toys because it can break them or hurt someone, but it is okay to be angry. Let's go punch a pillow instead. See the difference? The boundary is still there. We don't throw things, but it's delivered with empathy and offers an alternative, a better way to express that powerful emotion. I'm not just punishing the behavior, I'm teaching a skill. And that's the core of it all. This journey has taught me that the biggest changes often come from the smallest shifts within ourselves. I didn't need a new set of rules or a different reward chart. I just needed to change my own state of being. By choosing calm, I gave both of us a gift, the gift of connection. It has allowed me to be the steady, loving guide I always wanted to be. It's not always easy, of course. I'm human, and I have my moments, but now I have a new default. When things get tough, I don't reach for control. I reach for calm. And that has changed everything. If you're struggling with a child's big emotions, maybe take a look inward first. How are you showing up to those moments? Are you adding fuel to the fire with your own stress and frustration? Or are you offering a calm space for the storm to pass? Try it the next time things start to escalate. Just pause. Take one deep breath, change your own energy, and see what happens. It might just change everything for you. Thanks for watching, and if this resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more insights into peaceful parenting. See you in the next one.